Like, I have always wanted to try one of those indoor surfing things. Yeah, I'm just paranoid to do it, you guys. Because I'm afraid they'll crank the jets up to high and I'll still just be standing there, unmoved, with waves crashing all around me like I'm a sad human peninsula. They have weight restrictions on things too. It's usually really fun stuff, like ziplining, for example. I don't know what the weight restriction is for ziplining, because when I went, they didn't weigh me. No, they just let me go. And guess what? Go I did. Yes, I flew down that mountain, all right? People on the ground looked up like Halley's Comet was screaming through the sky. I looked at the little pulley above me. There was smoke coming out of it. Didn't even know that was possible. At the bottom of the hill, there's a giant spring that they place there to bring people to a gentle stop. Yeah, I compressed it flat. It was like a brand new Slinky on Christmas morning. It was beautiful. But it was so fun that I had to go again, so I got back on the ski lift and rode it up to the top of the mountain. Except this time when I got up there, the dudes working up there were waiting for me. They're like, sir, you set off a sensor the last time you went down? I know this is embarrassing. We're really sorry to have to do this, but we're going to have to ask you to step on this scale. Yeah, it's okay, you guys. I'm used to it, you know. Even if I lose weight, I'll still have stretch marks on the inside, okay? But the scale they handed me was from the 1980s, okay? It was the kind before digital, just had the little dial on it. But I was a chubby kid in the 80s, so I know exactly how to cheat this scale. Yeah. All you have to do is just lean forward a little bit and it pinches down on the dial and stops it right where you want it to. My mom taught me that, yeah. Called it the Jenny Craig cheat code. But I was like, yeah, sure, happy to help out, no problem. So I step up on the scale, I give it a second, I lean forward and go, all right, it looks like I'm good to go. It says right here, I weigh 115 pounds. Must be all the thin mountain air up here. A couple years ago, I messed up my knee really bad. Blew my whole knee out. Had to get the whole knee replaced, actually. I went to the emergency room. I'm laying on the table. They're doing all these tests and x-rays. And the nurse comes in and she goes, all right, the doctor wants me to fit you for a knee brace. This is a large. This ought to do the trick. You guys, she got that large knee brace about halfway up my leg before it got stuck. So she started tugging, like, with all of her might on my injured leg. And I was like, hey, any chance you have an extra large knee brace in the back? Like it's a Payless shoes or something? She goes, actually, we do have extra large back there, but we never use those because they're cartoonishly big. Yeah, I was like, well, you're kind of making me feel like Cinderella's stepsister right now, so maybe we could just give it a shot, huh? She goes, I just can't get it past your calf. Your calves are huge. And I was like, yeah, I'm like 300 pounds. Every day's leg day. Thank you. That's my whole workout plan, to be honest with you. I've been doing a lot of traveling for stand-up lately, which is awesome. I love seeing the country. It's kind of funny, though. Whenever I go to a new town, I like instantly fall in love with it. And then I come home and that's all I talk about. Like my wife told me it's kind of obnoxious, actually. Like I'll start to pontificate about how my time in the city, you know, the people and the music and the food changed who I am as a person. Like I spent a summer there as an understudy for a master sculptor or something. And my wife will always stop me and go, dude, you ate chicken fried steak at a Bob Evans in Cleveland. Calm down. I just love seeing new things, you know? Like for my day job, I'm a mailman. Okay, thank you. I am one of the good ones. Want to know my secret to being a good mailman? I actually look at the address before I put it in the box. Yeah. Not everybody does that, you guys. But I was out doing my route the other day, and I saw a woman throwing all of her ex's possessions out of a second-story window. Yeah, it was awesome. Because I've seen that in like TV shows and movies, but I've never seen it out in the wild before. It was exciting. I couldn't help but think, though, that's kind of a female activity to do, you know? Like, if a guy's gonna throw something through a window, the glass is going with it. That's just how our tempers work. It's instant, you know, like a microwave. Not a woman's temper, though. No, it's gonna be low and slow like a crock pot, right? She's gonna make a whole day out of it. She's gonna put on some Taylor Swift music, light a Scentsy candle, make it look like the house just vomited everything from the early 2000s. And you might be thinking, yeah, well, that's what a man can do to a woman, make her so crazy that she'll behave like that. Maybe, but not in this case, because that was a lesbian couple, you guys. Yeah. There was flannel everywhere. It looked like a Pearl Jam concert after Thanos snapped his fingers. Speaking of things that have disappeared, I haven't seen kissing booths around lately. Good. They're gross. Okay? Yeah, I don't know what the idea was behind... Like, that's the one good thing that came out of the pandemic, I think. Or as I like to call it, the Fauci flu. It's hard to believe, though, there was a time in our history where people would stand in a line and pay money to kiss somebody that just kissed a bunch of strangers right before you. It is so weird. That'd be like if you went into Costco and they were giving out pizza samples, but instead of cutting the pizza into little pieces, they were just holding up the slice.